Hello everyone. We are the group Runtime exception of CSC 360 section 5. I am Niladri Bhaumek and my ID is 18201150 and this is our project. We made a system that can detect flames before they become too dangerous. In short, a fire alarm system. I'm going to explain the Arduino code we have created for our project. For starters, we start with the pins and we have two LEDs, a buzzer and two sensors, one for flame and one for gas. In the void setup, we set these two sensors to take the input while the others are set to take the output. And then we set the serial monitor as 9600. In the void loop, we store the values we obtain from the flame sensors in F result, and the values we get from smoke sensors, we store them in S result, after which we print them out respectively. If either of the result is high, the alarm gets turned on, as you can see here, and the red LED will light up while the green one will stay off. Else the fire alarm won't be turned on and the green LED will will stay lit while the red one stays off. We have already run this code, and after sketching and exporting it, two hex files are created. And how we implement these files are going to be explained by my teammate Rahmatullah Shujan. Thank you.
Thank you, Niladri, for giving me the flow. I am Rahmatullah Shujan, and my ID is 18201081. So here I made the virtual circuit diagram fire alarming system in Proteus. In order to do that, first I have to select some components like Arduino Uno R3, a COM pin, a flame sensor, a gas sensor, two LED lights, green and blue respectively, two logic state, and two bubbles, a servo motor, a register, a sounder to make the beep sounds, and a virtual terminal to show the message in Proteus. After selecting all these things, I have to connect all the things in appropriate manner. Moreover, I have to use a 5-volt power source and a ground connection to run the circuit. Again, to run the file along with the gas sensor and flame sensor, I have to attach the hex files which are generated from the Arduino part in previous. Now, if I run the Proteus file, then a pop-up window is turned on, and here we see that there is no fire at this moment. And if one of these turn on, then the message will be changed, and in this way it works. Now the rest of part will be described by my friend Tushar Imran Sarkar. Thank you.
Assalamu alaikum. I am Tushar and my ID is 18201060. Now in the front panel, we have used Visa resource component, which indicates VI communication and passes all necessary configuration information in our VI environment. Then we use two thermometers for measuring both flame and smoke temperature. Then we have used one data log which stores our data in, and we used one fire indicator which becomes red. We also used two Boolean arrays which store the number of indication in the data table. We have also used one smoke and one flame sensor, and we also used two wave charts where amplitude changes according to the sensors and store data in the table. With this, the front panel explanation is ends. Now, in the block diagram, in the below, we have used two string readers which are consecutively connected to with two string to number converters for converting the string inputs into numbers. After that, in the right, we used a comparator which checks the value is 1 or not. If the value is 1, then it will turn on and the flame LED will be turned on, and same goes for the smoke LED. Then we pass these values through an OR gate, which will turn on the fire indicator. If the value is 1, then we have used a smoke chart and a flame chart as well. Then in the above, we have stored the values into an array and also passed the date, time, and IDs of our group members. Now the rest of the parts of our project will be explained by our friend Shomo Dipto Boiddo.
Assalamu alaikum, sir. My name is Shombodipto Boiddo. My ID is 18201032. Now I am presenting the simulation of our whole project. For simulation, by using virtual serial port drive software, we connected both Proteus and LabVIEW panel through COM port 3 and COM port 4. For simulation, now we run both Proteus and LabVIEW file together. After running both file in the front panel, we see that both smoke indicator led and flame indicator led is off. Also both thermometer is also off, because in the Proteus file both sensor value is 0, so there is no smoke or flame. As a result, in the data table of the front panel, we see both sensor value is 0 and also showing the string no fire. When now we will turn both sensor value 1 in our Proteus file. Now after turning both value 1 in our Proteus file, we see in the front panel both flame and smoke indicator led is on, and both thermometer is showing value 1. That means both sensor are is turned on because there is fire and smoke. As a result, in the table we also see both smoke and flame value become 1 and both showing string fire is on. This is the case for when two sensors are turned on due to smoke and fire. If one of the sensor is turned on and other sensor is off, that time the fire indicator also turned on because we used a OR gate in our block diagram. This block diagram will turn on the fire indicator in the both case. This is the end of our presentation. Thank you, sir, for seeing our presentation.